There is a silent call echoing in the ether right this moment, and your heart, in its immense intuitive wisdom, has already picked up on this signal. If you feel a deep and inexplicable connection with someone special, if longing tightens your chest, and the certainty that your story together has not ended persists in your mind, know that this intuition is not a fruit of your imagination. The angels confirm today that this person desires you. They yearn for your embrace and for your presence. But there is something crucial stopping them from moving forward right now. There is a doubt, a hesitation that needs to be dissolved by the light of truth. This person needs to know, with total clarity, if you are truly ready to live this love on a higher and healed frequency. Dear soul, if you have arrived at this video, understand that there are no accidents in celestial plans. The beings of light guided your steps here because they saw your hidden tears and heard the prayers you made in the silence of your room. They know how much you have waited for a sign, for clear direction regarding this relationship that stirs your emotions so much. Today, the message we bring is a direct answer from the heavens to your anguish. We will unveil what is going on in the mind and heart of the one you love, and what you need to do to unblock the paths of reunion and full happiness together. But before we hand over this sacred disclosure, I invite you to perform an act of faith and commitment to your own destiny. Subscribe to this channel right now. By doing so, you are not just following a page, but rather creating a virtual altar of connection with angelic energies, ensuring that messages of guidance and comfort reach you every day. Your subscription is a fundamental step to keep your vibration elevated and protected. I also ask that you leave your like on this video. Face this simple gesture as a visual prayer, an affirmative sign you send to the universe saying that you accept and deserve true love in your life. Your like activates the energy of reciprocity and shows the angels that your heart is open to receive the blessings that are being prepared. Share this message with someone who is also seeking answers in love. The law of return is relentless and generous. By illuminating another person's path with hope, you attract double the light to your own steps. Be a channel of blessings today, and to seal your intention and prepare your spirit for what will be unveiled own. Write the following phrase of power in the comments now. I am ready to live the love I deserve. By typing these words, you issue an order to the universe, undoing ancient blocks and authorizing the arrival of miracles in your sentimental life. Take a deep breath, calm your thoughts, and open your heart. The angels are around you at this instant, enveloping you in an atmosphere of peace and clarity. What you are going to hear next has the power to transform your vision and accelerate the timing of your romantic miracle. Pay close attention, for each word was chosen by the celestial messengers especially for you. Dear soul, I feel the depth of your sigh and the weight you have carried in your chest. I know that often, in the silence of the night, you look at the ceiling and ask the heavens if all this was in vain, if the love you feel is merely an illusion, or if there is real hope of having this person back in your arms. Today, receive these words as a sacred balm, where the angels of love gather around you to bring you an insight that will calm the storm inside you. What you feel is not one-sided, and the distance you lived through was not a mistake of destiny, but rather a necessary preparation, a meticulous celestial orchestration to guarantee that, when the reunion happens, it will be eternal. Know this, dear soul, that physical separation never meant a spiritual rupture. On the contrary, it was the vital space for individual growth to happen. Imagine, for an instant, two majestic trees planted side by side. If they grew glued together from the start, without space to breathe, their roots would suffocate each other, and their branches would not reach the sunlight in its fullness. It was necessary for there to be a distance on the earthly plane, so that each one could strengthen its trunk, deepen its roots in the fertile earth, and stretch its branches towards the heights. Now, observe what happens in the invisible. Under the earth, where human eyes do not see, the roots of these two trees have traveled through the darkness of the soil to meet and intertwine in a way that no storm will ever be able to separate. Such is your connection with him. You both needed to mature separately so that you could unite as two whole and powerful forces, and not as two needy halves. The celestial messengers show me that this person, who occupies your thoughts and races your heart, is going through a process of deep awakening. He misses you with an intensity he tries to hide even from himself. There is a void in his life that nothing and no one has managed to fill. For this space is shaped exactly like your energy. He wants to return. Dear soul, he desires this return as much as you do. But there is a hesitation, a silent fear that paralyzes him. He needs to know, to feel in his soul, if you are truly prepared to receive him on a new frequency. He fears repeating the errors of the past, fears the old hurts, and needs the certainty that the ground is clean and fertile for a new planting. The spiritual reconnection between you is already active and vibrant. You must have noticed the subtle signs the universe has been sending. Perhaps you have smelt a familiar scent out of nowhere, or heard a song that marked your history playing at unexpected moments. Perhaps you have dreamed of him looking at you with tenderness and regret. None of this is coincidence. It is souls conversing in the ether, planning the exact moment when the physical bodies will meet again. The cosmic alignment is forming above your head, moving the pieces on the board of life to create the perfect opportunity, the magical instant where the paths will cross again, no longer as two parallel lines, but as a firm and sacred knot. This is the moment of climax in your romantic trajectory. The heavens proclaim that the waiting has fulfilled its educational and purifying role. You were molded in the fire of longing and now shine like refined gold, ready to live true love in its highest form. The person you love is being guided back to you, like a sailor who, after getting lost in rough seas, at long last, sights the lighthouse of home. The light of this lighthouse is you, dear soul. Your emotional stability, your unshakable faith, and your inner healing are the green light he awaits to take the decisive step in your direction. Do not allow anxiety to cloud your vision or lower your vibration. Keep your heart open and serene, for what is yours by celestial decree will never find a home elsewhere. The distance is shortening with every beat of your heart. The universe conspires in your favor, and the angels work tirelessly behind the scenes to remove any remaining obstacle. Feel the certainty invade your being now, for the reunion is not just a possibility, it is a promise written in the stars that is about to come to fruition before your eyes. You are blessed, you are ready, and you are deserving of all the happiness that is approaching. Dear soul, I see how your heart seeks answers in the silence of the nights. Often, the lack of physical words causes uncertainty to grow inside the chest, creating shadows where there should only be light and hope. But the angels ask that I bring you a crystal clear and comforting truth in this sacred instant. The distance your human eyes see is merely an illusion of the material world. On the spiritual plane, where everything is truth and pure energy, you two never actually separated. There is a continuous conversation happening right now, not with audible voices, but through the eternal vibration of your spirits. It is fundamental that you know how to identify the angelic signs that arrive in your daily routine. They are not mere coincidences or fruits of your anxious imagination. You know when, suddenly, a familiar smell invades the room, even if there is no one around, or when a sudden sensation of heat runs down your spine and your heart races for no apparent reason. This is the physical confirmation that the connection remains intact. It is the answer to your doubt, if he thinks of me, or rather, if he thinks of you. The truth is that he thinks with such intensity that his energy travels kilometers through the ether to touch your aura delicately, so that you comprehend the depth of this. Imagine two musical instruments perfectly tuned to the same note, placed in opposite rooms. When a string is plucked on one of them, the same string on the other instrument vibrates, even without being touched by human hands. This is the exact metaphor of the connection you share. You vibrate on the same celestial frequency. When he feels deep longing, you feel a sweet melancholy invade your day. When he ardently desires your presence, you feel a chill or a sudden joy. This resonance is irrefutable proof that the bond has not been cut by time or space. The messengers of the heavens show that romantic synchronicity is operating at full steam around you. Perhaps you have seen his name in unusual places repeatedly, or the song that marked your history, played on the radio exactly at the instant you were about to lose faith. This is a message from the universe, clear and direct, sent to calm your soul. The higher plan is acting tirelessly to confirm what your intuition already knows, but which fear tries to hide. Do not ignore these small daily miracles, for they are love letters sent by destiny. There is also the great mystery of dreams. At the moment you fall asleep, your rational defense rests, and your spirit becomes free to travel and meet the one it loves. The angels disclose that these nocturnal meetings are real and sacred. If you have been dreaming of him, know that he also wakes up with your image engraved in his mind and heart. There is an active telepathic connection during rest. It is in these moments of spiritual freedom that souls converse without the weight of pride, ego, or fear of rejection. He, in spirit, embraces you and seeks to know if his place in your chest is still reserved and protected. Understand, dear soul, that this person is living a silent internal conflict. His will is to run to your arms, but the fear of no longer being welcome temporarily paralyzes him. He needs to feel, through this invisible energetic bridge, that you are still receptive, open, and ready to welcome him. His doubt is not about loving you, for he already knows that, but about whether you still wait for him with the same sweetness as before. That is why the signs are so intense and frequent now. It is his way, subconsciously, of knocking at your energetic door, asking if he can enter your life again. The celestial plan works incessantly to align the paths and remove obstacles. There are no accidents in true love. Every time you feel this inexplicable certainty deep in your being, it is because his soul is calling for yours. Maintain serenity and unshakable confidence. Your tranquility functions as a luminous lighthouse, guiding him back home, traversing any darkness. By trusting in the protection of the angels, you emit a powerful light that dissolves his fear and accelerates the moment of physical reunion. You are blessed and guided in every step of this road. Now, to firm this energy of love and send a telepathic response of welcome directly to his heart, I invite you to declare to the universe your openness and your faith. Let us use the power of the written word to seal this certainty and allow the angels to work in your favor. Write in the comments the following affirmation of power. I receive the signs of love, and my heart is open to the sacred union. Dear soul, I feel the vibration of your waiting and the anxious beat of your heart. The angels ask that I come closer now to deliver a truth that can change everything you feel in this instant. There is a bond that was never cut, only stretched by distance and time. That someone you think of with such fondness is not immune to the force of this connection. On the contrary, the higher spheres make known that this person wants you. They desire the return as much as you, but there is an invisible barrier stopping them from running to your arms immediately. This barrier is not a lack of love, but rather fear and uncertainty about how they will be received upon returning. In this sacred moment of guidance, know that the distance served a greater purpose. Often, distancing is the bitter medicine that heals the vision, allowing both to see the inestimable value of what they possessed. The loved one is in a process of deep reflection, pondering the errors and successes of the past. He misses you in the small details of the day, in the songs he hears, and in the silence of the night. However, his mind is full of questions. He needs to know if you are truly prepared to start over, not from the point where you stopped, but from a new level, higher and more illuminated. Dear soul, the central message the angels of reconciliation bring today is about emotional safety. This person wants to return, but they fear finding the same hurts, the same demands, and the same patterns that wore down the relationship previously. They are sounding out the terrain, observing your energy from a distance, trying to decipher if your heart has become a safe harbor, or if it still carries yesterday's storms. The secret to unlocking this situation and allowing the relationship to be patched up resides in your internal posture. You must emanate healing, lightness, and forgiveness. The spiritual strategy for this rapprochement demands that you abandon the stance of anguished waiting and assume the frequency of tranquil certainty. When you despair, you create waves of resistance that push the other away. However, when you trust the celestial plan and cultivate inner peace, you become magnetic. It is as if you lit a lighthouse in the middle of darkness, showing him that the way back is safe and that he will be welcomed with sweetness and understanding. Understand that pride often masks the desire to get back with an ex and try a second chance at love. He may be wearing an armor of indifference, but inside, his heart beats strong when remembering your smile. The sky is orchestrating the perfect moment for his defenses to fall. It is not necessary to force nor chase. The movement must be subtle and energetic, Cleanse your vibrational field of any resentment. Make your soul shine so intensely that he feels the warmth of this love wherever he is. We are approaching a crucial point, a true climax in this story of intertwined souls. The messengers of light indicate that an opportunity for contact is being woven behind the scenes of reality. It could be an unexpected message, a chance meeting, or an unequivocal sign. The fundamental question is how you will react when this moment arrives. He needs to feel that you have changed, that you have matured, and that you are ready to live a love without the shackles of the past. If he perceives that you are still trapped in old pain, he will retreat. But if he feels your renewal, the return will be inevitable. Bear in mind that retying an effective bond is a delicate art. It requires patience and the wisdom to know that the angel's time is not our time. Everything is being prepared with perfection. What seems like a delay is, in truth, the universe aligning circumstances so that, this time, the union is lasting and unbreakable. The romantic reconciliation approaching is not just a return, it is a resurrection of feeling, stronger and wiser than before. Dear soul, you are being prepared to receive what you asked for. Maintain unshakable faith. Visualize the reunion with details. Feel the joy of the embrace, the peace of reconciliation. This visualization sends a powerful command to the universe, accelerating the bringing to fruition of your desire. Do not allow doubt to cloud your vision. True love resists rigorous winters and always finds a way to blossom again in spring. Your role now is to be the fertile soil where this new seed can sprout. Look after yourself, love your own company, and be fulfilled. It is this fulfillment that will make him perceive that you are, and always were, the great love of his life. The second chance is being drawn with lines of gold by destiny. Be ready to open the door when the soft knock of love sounds again in your life. Believe, for the sky works in your favor, and love's victory is certain for those who know how to wait, with a heart full of hope and light. Dear soul, pay close attention to what the celestial winds bring to your ears now. There is an invisible movement happening around you, something your physical eyes have not yet totally captured, but which your heart has already begun to feel. The universe never brings about great changes without first sending its messengers, the signs that prepare the ground for what is to come. You have been asking yourself if this person still thinks of you, if there is a chance of a reunion, and the answer arrives through a silent and powerful language. Imagine, dear soul, the exact moment before dawn. The sky is still dark, but the air changes. The birds begin to sing, and a fresh breeze announces that the sun is right there, below the horizon line. You do not see the sun yet, but you know, with absolute certainty, that the day is breaking. Such is the return of the one you love. Before the person knocks at your door or sends a message, their energy reaches you. It is like the perfume of rain we smell even before the first drops touch the dry ground. The angels want you to know how to identify these warnings, so that your heart calms down and feels prepared. One of the most concrete signs that he will return, or that she will return, is repetitive synchronicity. Have you been looking at the clock and seeing identical hours frequently? Perhaps 11:11, or the exact time of this person's birth. Do not ignore this. When numbers align, it is the celestial plan confirming that the alignment between you two is also being adjusted in the higher spheres. Another powerful indicator is the constant presence of this person's name in unusual places. You hear someone call this name on the street, see it written on signs, in books, or even in movie dialogue that seems to speak directly about your story. This is not coincidence, dear soul. It is the universe shouting that the link has not been broken. This person's energy is so strong in your direction that it begins to spill over into your physical reality, materializing their name around you as a foreshadowing of the physical body that is approaching. There are also sensory signs, those that cause chills. Have you felt, suddenly, a familiar smell of this person's perfume, even being alone in your room, or felt a soft touch on your shoulder, a sensation of sudden heat in the chest, as if being embraced energetically? This occurs because this person's soul is traveling to you during sleep or in moments of their deep reflection. They want to return, and their soul is already visiting yours, asking permission and verifying if you are still receptive. Pay attention to your dreams as well, dear soul. When the reunion is close, dreams change. They cease to be confusing and distressing and become vivid, real, and tranquil. In these dreams, you converse calmly, resolve pending issues, or simply look at each other with love. This is a real meeting on the astral plane. It is a rehearsal for what will occur in matter. If you have been dreaming like this, know that the desire to return is already planted in this person's heart. But the most important sign, the one that leaves no doubt, is the sudden peace that invades your being. For a long time, you felt anxiety, fear, and uncertainty. However, when the return is imminent, anxiety disappears and gives way to a silent certainty. You simply know. It is a confidence that needs no logical proof. You feel tranquil, look after your life, smile more, and no longer feel that desperate need to control the result. This happens because, at the soul level, the agreement has already been sealed. The universe signals a return when you let go of resistance and trust. Understand that these signs from the universe serve for you to keep your vibration elevated. If you let yourself be carried away by doubt, you can create barriers. But by recognizing each small warning as a love letter sent by the angels, you open the golden doors so that this love enters your life again. Do not think you are imagining things. Your intuition is the most precise compass that exists. If you feel that the reunion is close, it is because it truly is. This person is going through internal processes that direct them back to your arms. They may be fighting against pride or resolving pending issues, but the signs show that the magnetic attraction between you has conquered the barriers of time and space. Everything is conspiring in your favor. What you need to do now is keep this certainty lit, like a bonfire guiding the traveler back home. You are the home to where this person desires to return. Dear soul, I want you to do a personal reflection now, with much honesty and affection for yourself. Close your eyes for an instant and ask your inner self, which of these signs has been most frequent in the last few days, and how have I reacted to it? Have I welcomed the message with faith, or have I let doubt put out this light? Recognizing your reaction is the first step to align your energy with the miracle that is arriving. Dear soul, in this moment of deep connection, the celestial messengers come closer to bring the light of truth regarding the heart of the one who occupies your thoughts. I comprehend that uncertainty can be a dense fog, making your vision difficult and bringing anguish to your chest. Often, what human eyes see is merely the surface, a mask created to protect deep and vulnerable feelings. But the angels, who see everything with clarity and love, today remove these veils so you can understand what truly goes on in this person's interior. Know, dear soul, that there exists a genuine desire and a magnetic attraction departing from him in your direction. It is not something superficial or fleeting, as fear tries to convince you. What the heavens may show now is that this person feels a strong link with you, something they themselves perhaps cannot explain with rational words. However, there is an invisible barrier, not of lack of love, but of caution. He wants you, but needs to know if you are truly open to receive what he has to offer, without the shadows of the past interfering in the present. Often, dear soul, the hesitation you perceive is not disinterest, but rather a silent test. He observes your steps, your energy, and your disposition. He needs to feel safety in your heart. There is a fear in him that by surrendering, he might find closed doors or wounds not yet healed in you. The message here is about energetic reciprocity. He seeks confirmation that you are the safe harbor where he can, at long last, anchor, without the risk of emotional storms that bring instability. The guardians of light ask you to observe beyond the unspoken words. His true intentions are noble, but are dressed in the armor of protection. He has suffered before, just like you, and this caution is the way he found to preserve what he feels is most precious. If it were just a passing interest, he would not be so worried about understanding who you are in essence. Superficiality does not demand guarantees, but true love demands firm ground to grow. Therefore, dear soul, the celestial guidance is for you to keep firm in your truth and your light. Do not allow anxiety to create illusions of rejection where there exists only a time of evaluation and maturation. Show, through your own peace and confidence, that you are ready to live this story. When you emanate safety, you dissolve his fears. The clarity you seek is already inside you. The angels remove now any confusion that has clouded your discernment. You are guided and protected in every step of this path. Understand that this silence or this waiting has a greater purpose, to align expectations and prepare the ground for something lasting. There are no mistakes here, just two souls learning to trust again. Believe that the heavens' plans are perfect, and the right time will bring the confirmation your heart awaits so much. He will come to you when he feels the ground is fertile and safe. Keep your heart clean, free from excessive doubts, and know that real love survives the tests of time and fear. You are worthy of a love that stays, that builds, and that values your unique essence. Receive this unveiling as an embrace of peace, knowing that everything is being orchestrated for your greater good and for the happiness destined for you. Be at peace, dear soul, for truth is your ally, and true love always finds its way back home. Dear soul, we have now arrived at the sacred instant to seal this prophecy in your destiny. Everything that was unveiled here has a greater purpose and was designed by the heavens to bring clarity to your heart. This special person thinks of you with tenderness and ardently desires to draw closer, but there is a hesitation, a silent fear. He needs to feel that you are truly healed from ancient pains, ready to receive genuine affection, and willing to build a solid union. The spiritual world confirms that you are prepared, for you have passed through trials and matured in silence. Now is the time to reap the fruits of your patience and your unshakable faith. Feel, right this moment, a soft breeze touch your face. It is the angels of love confirming that the barriers are falling. Do not let the fear of the unknown stop you from living this story. To affirm this decree and send a luminous signal to his soul, I ask you to prophesy in the comments. Write with all your faith the following phrase: I am ready for true love, and I authorize the arrival of my happiness now. By typing these words, you break any energetic block and open the doors for him to come to meet you without delay. Dear soul, if these words brought peace to your spirit, I ask you to leave your like on this video. It is a simple gesture, but one that helps our message reach other lives also seeking an answer from the angels. Check if you are already part of our community by being subscribed to the channel. With each new day, we bring precious guidance to guide your steps and illuminate your path. Activate the bell to be notified whenever a new insight is delivered. May the light of the seraphim envelope your home and protect your sleep. May the Celestial Father pour over your life a shower of blessings, bringing reconciliation, understanding, and the union you wait for so much. Believe, the time of loneliness is closing, and a new time of joy begins. Receive my maternal embrace and the certainty that the angels work in your favor, day and night, without ceasing. Go in peace, full of hope, and trust in the providence that never fails. Until our next meeting, under the guard of celestial wings.